Hi everyone. Well, after what's been a really quite a pleasant weekend, apart from the odd shower today, it looks like turning very unsettled again as we move into the week ahead, with lots of wind, lots of rain, and showery spells, and yeah, really not that great once again. So we'll start off here, where we often do, with the areas of high and low pressure. And you can see at the moment, well, this is for midnight tonight, you can see this area of low pressure out here in the Atlantic, with further areas out to the west and northwest of this. And as we move through, tonight and into tomorrow, we have this low pressure move through, followed by another one on Tuesday. Then as we move into Wednesday, it looks like we're going to see further areas of low pressure moving in. It won't be quite as bad, but there will be spells, some showery spells moving through at times. And then as we move into Thursday, we see these little kinks. We go back one frame here. You see these little bends in the isobars here. And that's a sign that there's potentially what you call a trough, or perhaps a front in these areas. It's difficult to say for sure, but it does look like there'll be potentially some extra bands of rain moving in as we move through Thursday. And then it really, even into Friday, it looks quite breezy. Although we start to see this area of high pressure trying to push up from the south and southwest. So perhaps settling down a little bit by then. And maybe in towards the weekend, it doesn't look terrible, with high pressure staying fairly close by, but still quite breezy. But we'll get a bit more detail on that. So we'll move into tomorrow morning. We're going to have a lot of rain moving across the island. There may be a few brighter spells out here, looking out towards the east at first. But as we move through the morning, there's going to be some very heavy spells of rain moving through. And that will really stay with us into the first part of the afternoon, with these strong to gale force southerly winds, perhaps south to southeasterly around the southern and eastern coast here. And then as we move into the afternoon, we see this rain moving off to the east. It will brighten up across the island behind it, so it won't be terrible into the day, but there will be a few scattered showers around, possibly a little bit heavy here and there, but as well as these brighter spells too. The temperatures will be anywhere 10 to 11 degrees Celsius, closer to around 12 here on the windward coast, and the winds will be becoming strong, becoming fresh from the west or west northwest. And then as we move into Tuesday, it doesn't look too terrible once again. We're going to see a few scattered showers around here and there, and some relatively bright spells as well. So it's not a bad day overall, with temperatures 10 to 11 degrees Celsius, so not far off average for the time of year. And the winds will be fresh, coming in from the southwest at first during the morning, but as we move into the afternoon, the wind will come round a little bit more into the west northwest, and the shower risk will decrease. So the afternoon will probably be quite dry, with the risk of the showers really mostly in the morning, and perhaps affecting more southern parts of the island a little bit more than other places. And then as we move into Wednesday, the morning, at first at least, we see this area of rain moving through, which will be potentially quite heavy, but by mid-morning that should be clearing off to the east, to leave the rest of the day with sunny spells, scattered showers, and temperatures really around 11 or 12 degrees Celsius, so relatively mild. And the winds will be fresh to strong and coming in from the west southwest. Although before this rain clears, there'll be a little bit more from the south, so south to southwest, quite early on. So we're a little bit sure how it's going to pan out after Wednesday, but we'll give you some slightly less detailed information here. So here's that rain we were talking about on Wednesday moving through, and you can see these wind arrows here, so you can see these winds coming in from the south-southwest. As we move through into the afternoon, you can see that rain area moves away, with these scattered showers coming in behind, and these winds switching round into the west, or perhaps west-southwest. And then as we move through into Thursday, you can see these showers moving through the English Channel at times. But then it looks like potentially on Thursday we see another band of rain moving through. This is most likely going to come through during the afternoon or perhaps evening. But it does look like it will be potentially heavy. And with this heavy rain, we're going to see some fairly gusty winds. So we've flipped back a few frames here, so you can just see the winds as they develop. So quite a breezy, windy day really in the 40s, perhaps pushing 50 miles per hour. And and that clears or eases off later on in the day. And so we're a little bit unsure how it's going to pan out as we move into Friday, but it would seem at the moment that we could see some showery rain moving through. It's a little bit difficult to say for sure, but the risk of some showers moving through seems quite a reasonable idea really at the moment, because there's going to be these winds still coming in off the English Channel, and that's relatively warm for the time of year, and with the temperatures around here it will be enough to fuel these the showers with temperatures at 12 to 13 degrees Celsius. So yeah, it does look like it will be overall though an unsettled week, and staying relatively unsettled as we move into Friday. So we'll finish off with this. So showing you an unsettled week coming up with rain, showers and strong winds at times. The exact time of each rain band and the strongest wind is a little uncertain at the moment, so of course we'll give you more on that each day. But it doesn't really look like we're going to see much of a break in the pattern, at least for another week. Although perhaps after that, maybe settling down a little. But of course, as always, we'll let you know a little bit more about that closer to the time. So that's all for now. Goodbye.